Now, yesterday, we were talking about crime on this programme, low-level crime and the perception of crime and the reality of crime, and some really interesting stories coming in from you, not least of which one that stuck in my mind, well, two stuck in my mind. One was a shed roof that was stolen from Horfield. The other was the story of a dog that was, as you would do, this was a man, he was in Salford, on the way to Bath from Bristol, tied his dog up outside Co-op in Salford. Dog was then stolen, nicked, kidnapped, dog-napped, if you will. 10 weeks later, they had to go and pay 750 quid to get said dog back in a car park in Cirencester. I thought it was a bit extraordinary, this story. Maybe not. An animal sanctuary in Bristol is warning you, if you're a dog owner, to be vigilant after receiving several reports of stolen dogs in Bristol. Holly Henge is the animal sanctuary expert. It's the Holly Henge Animal Sanctuary in Barrow Gurney. Says that they've been inundated with people who have been victims of dog theft. Well, I'm joined on the line now by Veronica. Veronica from Fishponds. Morning, Veronica.
Good morning there.
So I was talking to this lady yesterday who told me about her husband getting the dog taken from outside the Co-op in Salford, and they end up having to pay a ransom for it.
Yeah.
And you think your dog's been stolen?
I don't know for sure that he was taken,
right.
But it's just very strange that he disappeared so suddenly on our walk. He was about 12 feet ahead of me. Mm-hmm. I turned to check on my other dog. I turned back and he was gone. This was within sight of my house. So if he were free, he would have come home.
So you live in Fishponds. Which park were you going into?
I live in Fishponds, and I was walking at the top end of Eastville Park by Everest Road.
Oh, right. So very close to where you live then. I would imagine that would be a regular walk for you. It's
a regular walk, and he knows the area very well. We do a lot of walking in Oldbury Court and Eastville Park, all that area.
How old was your dog?
He's an older dog. He's 11 years old, and he's seriously ill. He's on medication for autoimmune disease, which he should be taking daily, and he's not had it for over a week now, so I am seriously worried about him.
So this happened, Monday of last week?
Monday of last week.
And was it, I can't remember what the weather was like on Monday. It was a
nice day. It was cold, but dry.
Okay, so there you were, walking your dog. He was not that far ahead of you.
No.
And 1 minute he was there, and the next minute he wasn't.
He had gone. The trouble is, because he's on steroids, he is perpetually hungry. So anybody could entice him with a piece of meat or anything, and he would go to them. And where we were walking, there are a couple of alleyways up into a housing estate that somebody could easily have just coaxed him away.
So what makes you think he was stolen rather than he just ran off?
He's not a running off type of dog. He likes his home comforts. He nearly died 6 months ago from this disease, and he's still recovering from it, so he's still quite weak.
Has he ever run off before, Veronica? Has he ever done that?
When he was young, yes. I've had him for 11 years. But not in the last, 6-8 years he's not run off, no.
And what does your dog Murphy mean to you?
He means the world to me. I have 2 dogs, and his companion dog is missing him also. He goes from room to room looking for him all the time. Yes.
I'm sorry, I can hear the emotion in your voice. I didn't wish to pry, but it's
a very upsetting time. Yeah. Everybody has been looking for him, all the local people, all the local dog walkers, my sister and her husband. I've got friends putting up posters. We've been on Facebook. Literally hundreds of people are looking for him through Facebook.
Well, we don't normally do this sort of thing, and I tell you, why? Because dogs do run off, and it happens. Yeah. But the fact that we did this story yesterday, the fact that we now know from the Holly Hedge Animal Sanctuary at Barrow Gurney that they have been inundated with people who have lost their dogs and believe their dogs have been stolen, and you believe that your dog has been taken, just describe your dog to me, firstly. So if anybody's seen him around the Fishponds area, they might be able to think, I know, we can phone BBC Radio Bristol. Just describe him.
Well, he's a medium-sized, crossbred, brindle dog, a brownish dog with a grey muzzle. He's 12 years old, as I say, so he's elderly. Extremely friendly, particularly with children. He'll go up to anybody, especially if they're eating anything, as I say. He's microchipped. There's a contact telephone number on his collar. He's just a very friendly dog. He would be going up to anybody at this stage, but he must be feeling pretty grim by now, I would think.
If he tests to take medication, I'd imagine he probably does. And how would you feel if you found out that your dog had been stolen?
I just want him back.
You don't care about that?
I just want him back. If somebody asks for money for him, I would try to raise whatever I could.
That's not the sort of, we don't negotiate with dog terrorists. I'm making light of a very serious situation. I'm sure you would.
I know.
I'm sure you would, but it's shocking to think that it's potentially this is what's happened. I tell you what, if you think you have seen this sort of dog, this sort of lurcher cross dog, around Eastville Park Monday of last week, you're not alone with this, Veronica, because as we've discovered here on BBC Radio Bristol, others have had their dogs taken too.
I know.
The number you need to perhaps help Veronica is 0845 905 949. Veronica, if for whatever reason you get Murphy back, will you let us know?
Yes, of course I will.
Thank you very much indeed. I hope you do. I hope we are talking soon and you do get reunited with Murphy.
Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.
Thank you for your time, Veronica.